Hey, Sarah, why didn't you tell me you were getting married? I was shocked when I suddenly got a wedding invitation. I knew you had a boyfriend, but when did things progress this far? Sorry for keeping it quiet. I wanted to surprise you. I'm glad the invitation arrived safely. It's still quite a ways off, but what do you think? Can you make it? Of course I'm going to my best friend's wedding. I wouldn't miss it for anything. I'm so happy. Thank you. I'll tell Dad to block off those dates right away. I need to take 3 days off for your wedding, before and after. That's too much. You don't need to take so many days off. Are you kidding? 3 days is barely enough. Remember when we were in high school and I spent a week planning my Sweet 16? This is way more important. I remember that party. Your dad rented out an entire hotel ballroom. Exactly. And this is your wedding. I want to give the maid of honor speech, and I need time to perfect the draft, get a new dress, and make sure my hair and nails are absolutely perfect. You really don't have to go to all that trouble. What kind of best friend would I be if I didn't? Besides, in our social circle, this is just basic etiquette. My father is the CEO of a famous company, so as his daughter, I need to maintain certain standards wherever I go. Your dad is the CEO of that huge restaurant chain corporation, isn't he? I still remember the first time I visited your house. It was such a shock. I'd never seen a house with its own movie theater before. Oh, that old thing? Daddy just had it installed because I mentioned wanting to watch movies in comfort. Well, we're in a different league from ordinary people. But tell me about your fiancé. How did he propose? What brand is your engagement ring? I need all the details. You're asking so many questions. Of course I am. I'm attending, after all. He better not be some softy having a flashy wedding. Well, we met in high school, right? Yeah, we went to high school and university together. What about it? I was living in a different area during junior high, and we were classmates for all 3 years. OMG, what? That's like something from a TV drama. Tell me everything. How did you reconnect? Was it fate? Did you bump into each other in the rain? Nothing that dramatic. We were in the same class for all 3 years of junior high school and had lots of interaction through club activities. We were both in the gardening club and got along pretty well even then. Gardening club? That's unique. But go on. So we met again at a reunion as adults and started dating. Oh my God, that's literally destiny. How romantic. I'm so jealous. I went to all girls' schools from elementary through high school, so I never had any romance. So tell me about the proposal. Don't leave out a single detail. Actually, it was in Hawaii. Hawaii? We both took extended time off for our anniversary and went on a Hawaiian vacation. He proposed after dinner one night while we were walking on the beach. Which beach? Which restaurant? What were you wearing? I need specifics. We had dinner at a beautiful oceanfront restaurant in Waikiki. I was wearing that blue dress you helped me pick out last summer. Perfect choice. What time of day was it? Was the sun setting? Were there other people around? It was just after sunset, during that perfect twilight hour. The beach was pretty quiet, just a few other couples walking around. The waves were so peaceful. How romantic. I want a proposal like that too. I need to tell Dad that if he's going to arrange any marriages for me, the guy better be at least that romantic. It sounds like he's the perfect planner if he decided to propose on the beach at sunset. Yeah, it really was wonderful. We both grew up far from the sea, so we were really excited to spend a vacation in Hawaii right on the beach. I can imagine. Now, how about that ring? You still haven't told me the brand. Well, we don't have one. What? No engagement ring? Are you serious? Actually, he has a metal allergy, and we'd already discussed not needing rings. A metal allergy? That's the lamest excuse I've ever heard. An engagement ring. He may be allergic, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't have one. Yeah, I'm not really interested in rings either, and it's not an excuse. He really does have an allergy. Anyway, considering our future, we thought it would be better not to have them. What do you mean, considering your future? Well, I'm going to quit my job and help with his family business. Oh, I see. That's a relief. A relief? What do you mean? I was worried he was using the metal allergy as an excuse because he couldn't afford a ring. For a moment, I thought your fiancé might be poor. But if there's a family business, he must be from a good company. What industry? Tech? Real estate? Actually, let me guess. Finance? Investment banking? Oh, is it one of those startup unicorns? I wouldn't care about rings whether we had money or not. We're both more practical than that. That's ridiculous. That's a poor person's wedding type of wedding. At least tell me you got something else instead. Actually, we did. Instead of rings, we bought each other watches in Hawaii. Oh, watches. Now we're talking. Rolex, Cartier, Patek Philippe. I'm not sure about the brand, but we found a place where we could customize them ourselves. It was really special because they don't use metal on the areas that touch the skin, and we even got to design them together. Wait, no name brands? That's insane. Wearing non-branded items is absolutely crazy. What will people think? What does that matter as long as we're happy with them? Just because they're not branded. I can't believe my best friend is settling for something so basic, but whatever. At least the wedding venue seems decent enough. Speaking of which, the wedding venue? Like I said earlier, I'm doing the maid of honor speech, right? I've already started drafting it. About that, we were actually planning to ask one of our mutual friends. No way. Absolutely not. I'm a better speaker. Let me do it. When the MC introduces me as the daughter of a major restaurant chain CEO, it'll create quite a stir. Think of the prestige. Well, that would surprise everyone, since it's a pretty well-known household name, but even though I'm just a regular employee now, I'll eventually take over from Dad, so they could even mention that I'm the future CEO. Imagine how impressed everyone will be. I'll have to discuss the speech with Matthew before making any decisions. Go ahead, I'll wait. Tell him the reception will be so much more exciting with me speaking. I'll make sure everyone knows how exclusive this wedding is. Hey, Matthew, how are you? Do you have a moment? I need to ask you something.
Just finished work. I'm on my lunch break. What's up?
You know how we asked our middle school friend to do the wedding speech?
Yeah, they were so excited. They said they're already working on it. They even called me yesterday to confirm the details about some middle school stories. We ended up reminiscing for a bit.
Well, my high school friend, you know, the daughter of that restaurant chain CEO.
Oh, right, Rachel. Your best friend from high school? The one who sent you that designer bag for your birthday?
That's the one. She wants to do a speech too.
That's unusual. Most of the people we know are the type to shy away from standing out.
Well, this one likes the attention, so she's asking me to think about it. She's thinking the reception would be more exciting if people knew she's a restaurant chain CEO's daughter.
Well, if she wants to give a speech, we could add another speech slot. We were planning to keep the entertainment minimal anyway, so one more speech wouldn't be a problem.
Really? You do that? Thank you! Then I'll ask her if she can write a speech too.
Oh, by the way, speaking of the wedding, I got approval for a request about the reception meal.
Really? That's great! Your family's vegetables are always so amazing.
As a farmer's son, I'm so happy that everyone at the wedding will get to taste dishes made of our vegetables. Dad's especially excited about showcasing the new heritage tomato variety.
I love your family's vegetables, so I'm excited too. Remember how I used to come over in middle school and snack on fresh vegetables? Thinking back on those days, I'm so embarrassed by how much they catered to me whenever I barged into your house.
You were a teenage girl who generally enjoyed vegetables, so my parents kept giving you more and more. They were really sad when you moved away for high school and stopped coming to our farm. Mom still talks about how you were the only one who appreciated her pickled radishes.
Those pickled radishes were amazing! I still dream about them sometimes.
That's why when we announced our engagement and that you'd be joining the family, they were absolutely overjoyed. Mom's already planning to teach you all her pickling secrets.
I'm so happy they've welcomed me so warmly.
But are you sure it's okay? You'll be quitting your job to become a farmer's wife. It's such a big change. You can stay at your current job if you're enjoying it, you know.
I love vegetables, and I love delicious food. And most importantly, I love you and your family. I'd love to help you all out around the house.
Thanks, Sarah. You don't know how much that means to me.
That's my line. I'm so happy that we're getting married and that we can take this next step together. I'll go and let Rachel know about the speech. Enjoy the rest of your break. Hey! I talked with Matthew and we decided that we want you to give a speech too. Smart choice. Leave it to me. I'll prepare an amazing speech. I'm thinking of opening with a quote from either Shakespeare or Audrey Hepburn. Don't get ahead of yourself. The wedding's still far away. Oh, I just told Dad about your wedding, and he said if you need any chefs for the reception, he can send some really skilled one from his connections. He also has special suppliers for meat, so he can get high-quality meat at good prices. What do you think? Only the best for my bestie. He's ready to call, so let me know. I'm touched that he's so thoughtful. Please thank him for me. But we're all set. Matthew's family owns a farm, and we're planning to use their vegetables for the dishes. We've already booked a catering service, too. What? Wait a minute. Are you serious? Huh? Did I say something strange? His family owns a farm? You're joking. Please tell me you're joking. It's true. Even in elementary and middle school, I used to snack on their vegetables all the time. They're really delicious. I'd love for you to try them. I think you'll love the dishes we picked out for the dinner. No way. I only eat from Dad's approved suppliers because they only deal in premium products. I can't eat anything else. What kind of joke is this? Their vegetables are premium quality. They supply to many high-end restaurants. Besides, marrying a farmer's son is like choosing poverty. Don't tell me you're actually planning to work on the farm, like with dirt and stuff. You'll have to work all year round. Of course I am. That's what happens when you marry into a farming family. I'm excited about it. This is insane. I don't know what mental image you have of farming, but it can't be good. Do you realize what you've given up? Your career, your social status, everything? I'm not giving up anything. I'm gaining a wonderful family and a meaningful career. I can't imagine marrying into a farming family. There's being eccentric, and then there's this. What will people think? What will I tell my friends? Is it really that bad? Why does it matter what other people think? Cancel this marriage before you regret it. As your best friend, I cannot allow you to marry into a farming family. Think about your future. Think about our friendship. I don't think you need to be that controlling. You'll regret being poor when it's too late. I knew something was wrong when there was no engagement ring. My instincts were right. I'm very selective about who I associate with. If you become poor, I'll have to cut ties with you. Is that what you want? What? You'd go that far? I warned you, Sarah. You should think about this. Which is more important to you, your dirt-covered boyfriend or your best friend? Wait a minute, Rachel. I think you've misunderstood. Rachel. Rachel. Rachel, the ceremony is about to start. You're not here yet. Is everything okay? Sorry, I just woke up. What? You just woke up? I had to work overtime yesterday, so what could I do? Dad works his daughter too hard. Well, by overtime I mean I was being entertained at a teppanyaki restaurant as Dad's daughter, along with some business partners. The food was delicious. Overtime? Didn't you say you'd have to take 3 days off around my wedding so that you wouldn't miss it? Well, it would be stupid to turn down delicious teppanyaki just for a wedding I'm not attending. What? You're not attending? Of course not. I can't possibly eat some unknown poor farmer's weeds at the reception. Only premium ingredients touch my lips. So I'm not coming to the wedding today. Good luck having fun without me. Wait a minute. If that's how you felt, you should have told me earlier that you weren't coming. You even checked attending on the RSVP card. Do you know how much planning goes into wedding seating? That's because I impulsively checked attending and mailed it before I knew your fiancé was a farmer. How was I supposed to know you'd fallen so low? Really? What about the speech you were going to give at the reception? The one you insisted on doing? Of course I won't do it. I don't want to mention Dad's company name at some poor person's wedding, and I don't want to attend a poor wedding. So I'm not coming. Besides, I just got my nails done. I can't risk getting them dirty at a farm wedding. Oh, okay. If that's what you really think, it's a shame you feel that way. Good luck having fun without me, loser. I don't know why you'd go out of your way to become poor. I don't understand that mentality. I'm selective about who I associate with, so this is the end of our friendship. I don't want you coming to me for help when you can't handle the poor life anymore. If you do, I'll just have to say that I told you so. I think you're the one who's going to have problems. That's impossible. I've been on the winning side of life since birth. Well, goodbye, ex-best friend. Have fun being satisfied with your poor husband. I warned you, so don't come crying to me later on. Wait, what's going on? Why am I getting scolded by Mom and Dad just because I didn't go to your wedding? Because you rudely canceled at the last minute on the wedding of an important contract farmer's son. Did you even think about the consequences? Huh? Contract farmer? What are you talking about? The farm I'm marrying into is a famous farm with annual sales over $10 million. Top restaurants and renowned chefs specifically request contracts with them. While $10 million might not seem like much to your father's company, they deliberately keep operations within what the family can manage, focusing on growing vegetables with the utmost care. It's amazing to have sales over $10 million at that scale. Wait, you mean they're Dad's suppliers? Why didn't you tell me? I found out later too. They just recently started doing business with your father. Apparently he's been persistently trying to get a contract with them for a while, but since his restaurant chain is nationwide, they couldn't handle the volume without increasing production, and they had to consider their relationships with other famous restaurants they supply to, so they kept declining your father's offers. Come to think of it, Dad was really happy about finally securing a deal with a supplier he'd been wanting to work with for ages. He and Mom were on vacation until yesterday celebrating that. Oh no. They wanted to attend the wedding, but we decided not to invite any business partners to avoid favoritism or business talk. But we invited you as my friend. Your father was probably counting on you, only to have you cancel last minute and insult them by calling them poor. That must have been quite something. I didn't know any of that. This is terrible timing. Now what am I supposed to do? Besides, the contract with your father was made with the understanding that you'd eventually take over the company, so Matthew's dad agreed because he'd hoped we could maintain a long-term relationship. He only agreed to the offer because he didn't want it to ruin our friendship. What? Well, we're not best friends anymore, so maybe this business deal will fall through too. That's how business relationships work, right? No way! Dad will never forgive me if that happens. He's been trying to get this contract for years. Do you know how many fancy dinners he hosted trying to convince them? That's between you and your father. It's not my business. If I were you, I'd spend less time messaging me and more time talking with your father. By the way, your father contacted me saying he wants to come apologize for his daughter's foolish behavior. Wait, Dad's going to apologize? He never apologizes to anyone. This is bad. This is really bad. Actions have consequences, Rachel. Even for Daddy's little princess. He mentioned that he'd have to give you a good talking to and make you learn your lesson. This can't be happening. I've never been yelled at by Dad before. You often throw around your father's name and company name, but if you're going to benefit from your father's position, you need to take responsibility for your actions. That's what real business people do. He's saying I've shown zero business sense, that I've potentially damaged a crucial supplier relationship. I'm not fit to be his successor. He's saying I've embarrassed the entire company. Sounds like he's being a responsible CEO. Maybe you should have paid more attention during those business dinners instead of just enjoying the food. What should I do? Dad just said that I'm fired from the company and I need to move out of the house. He's serious. He already had HR prepare my termination papers. That's rough. Don't act like this is not your problem. This is all because of your wedding. If you had just told me about the farm being successful... My wedding? What are you talking about? This is the consequence of your own actions. Would knowing they were wealthy have changed your behavior? Would you have treated them with respect then? What am I supposed to do? He's telling me to study and learn, and it looks like he's seriously going to kick me out. He's already frozen my credit cards. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe start by learning the value of work and not judging people based on their profession? Would apologizing fix this? I'm sorry for canceling on you at the last minute. Maybe I should apologize to your father-in-law too. Do you think that counts as a real apology? Just trying to save yourself? Then what should I do? I can't survive without Dad's support. I don't even know how to do laundry. I'm sorry, but we're not friends anymore, and I've moved away to live with my husband. I can't do anything for you. You'll just have to work it out on your own. Okay, I'll apologize. I'll even get on my knees if I have to. So please, tell Dad to forgive me. And from now on, I'll be the one handling our company's relationship with your farm. I promise I'll do better. You're about to be fired, and you think you can handle such an important business relationship? You're asking your father, the same person who's trying to fire you right now, to trust you with million-dollar contracts? But... I'm his daughter, his princess. He's always given me whatever I wanted. You seem to think your father will do anything if you ask, but he doesn't just care about you alone. As a CEO with thousands of employees, he needs to take care of the company too. If you were planning to take over, you should have understood that. Business isn't about being a princess. He doesn't just exist for you, Rachel. Are you saying I should just quietly accept being fired? No way. I want to keep living as Daddy's girl, being entertained at fancy restaurants, having an easy job where nobody complains even if I slack off, and living luxuriously with Daddy's money. Besides, I can't live any other way than luxuriously at this point. Sorry, but that's an issue between you and your father, not me. I've only just moved here, and I still have a lot to unpack. Oh, and I have vegetables to tend to. I'm afraid I just don't have the time for someone like you anymore, so I'll have to cut off contact with you. You're going to cut me off? No way. You're not going to block me, are you, Sarah? We're best friends. This is ridiculous. We can't stop being best friends over something like this. Remember all our shopping trips, all our spa days? You're the one who said we couldn't be friends anymore because you're selective about associates and decided I was poor. Well then, goodbye again. Enjoy your job search. I proceeded to block Rachel on the messaging app. In the end, she was fired from her father's company and told to move out, starting a new life without any support. In her 30s, she started working hourly wage jobs for the first time and living alone, but her expensive habits didn't change, leaving her constantly struggling with money. As far as the business relationship with her father's company, after much discussion, it continued, but on a reduced scale. My father-in-law said he would immediately terminate the relationship if there were any unpleasant interactions in the future.
Hey Emma, I heard from my brother that your new house is finally finished. Congratulations! Thanks, Sarah. We're actually moving in this weekend. I'm so excited that I've already started packing. Wow, you're on top of things. I've always dreamed of building my own house. Ever since I was a kid, I'm over the moon. It's been a long journey, but it's finally happening. I bet. I heard that you've put a lot of thought into it because you've always wanted your own dream house. How long did the whole process take? From planning to completion? It took about 18 months from start to finish. There were some delays due to material shortage, but we got there in the end. That's quite a while, but I guess good things come to those who wait, right? I heard it's quite a custom-built home. You designed almost everything yourself, didn't you? That's right. I'm partially proud of the kitchen and pantry, and I've always dreamed of having a living room with a vaulted ceiling. Ooh, valued ceilings. That sounds amazing, but it must have costed like a fortune. What other custom features did you include? Well, we also have a home office with built-in bookshelves, a cozy reading nook in the master bedroom, and a spacious mudroom for when the kids come in from playing outside. That all sounds incredible. Aw, I'm so envious of you, Emma. As a stay-at-home mom, you don't have to worry about mortgage payments or anything. Being a stay-at-home mom must be nice. Relying on your husband's income, getting a lovely house built for you, and spending your days luxuriously in a custom-designed home. You don't have to work hard in a big corporation like my brother and I do. I'm really jealous of you, Emma. Hold on, I'm not just lounging around all day. Yes, I'm a stay-at-home mom, but supporting my husband is my job. It's the job of a homemaker. I cook, I do laundry, and clean every day. They say homemakers don't get days off, and that's true. It's not really something to be envious of. Ha! What's with that false modesty? You don't actually think I'm truly envious of you, do you? Huh? Of course not. Being a stay-at-home mom is for women who are too stupid to do anything but pander to men. From the perspective of someone building a career like me, you're at the bottom of the ladder. Bottom of the ladder? That's a bit harsh, don't you think? Staying at home all day just doing housework? What a boring, unfulfilling life. In this day and age, women need to stand their own 2 feet and earn their own money. Well, everyone has their own views on work and lifestyle. I think your high-powered career is really impressive too. I heard from James that you got another promotion at work. Oh yes, my income has now broken 6 figures. Combined with my husband Mark's salary, we are a power couple with a household income of over $300,000. Wow, you two earn that much together? That's impressive. That's what you get with a power couple. I love my life and my choices, but I suppose everyone has their own way of living. The bottoms suit those at the bottom, I guess. Could you please stop using the bottom phrase? I love my life too, and I'm proud of it. Please don't look down on me or treat me like I'm at the bottom just because I'm a stay-at-home mom. Ha! You're relying entirely on your husband living such a pathetic life. It's the very definition of being at the bottom. What's wrong with calling it what it is? I don't understand such a miserable way of living, but I guess that's what suits you, Emma. Do enjoy your life in your new house. Sarah, I really don't appreciate your tone. Being a stay-at-home mom is a valid choice, and it's not pathetic or miserable. Oh, you're coming to visit sleep at night, after what you said? I'm not sure that's a good idea. Oh, by the way, Mark and I will visit soon to congratulate you on your new home. Oh, you're coming to visit? After what you said, I'm not sure that's a good idea. Don't be so insensitive, actually. We've been thinking about building a house ourselves, so we'd like to take our look at your custom-designed home for inspiration. Well, I suppose that would be fine. When were you thinking of coming? How about next weekend? We're both free on Saturday. Next Saturday? That's a bit of a short notice. We're still setting it and unpacking. Oh, come on. You said you've already finished packing. Surely you can manage to entertain guests for a few hours. I guess we can make it work. What time were you thinking? Well, come around noon. That way you can show us the house and then we can have lunch together. Alright, that should be fine. We'll see you then. Great! And since we're coming over, why don't you just treat us to lunch? I'd love to taste the cooking from your Pride and Joy kitchen. A stay-at-home mom should be able to entertain guests with delicious food, right? We're looking forward to it. Make sure you put in some effort, considering how much free time you have. I'll see what I can do. But please remember, we've just moved in. The kitchen might not be fully set up yet. Oh, please. I'm sure you can manage. After all, isn't that what you do all day? Anyway, see you this Saturday. Goodbye, Sarah. Hey, James, do you have some time?
Yeah, sorry I missed your call earlier. I'm okay to talk now. It's my lunch break.
Oh, really? Bad timing. I'm sorry.
No worries, Emma. How's the unpacking going?
It's going well, but we still have a lot to do. Actually, Sarah just contacted me. She and Mark want to visit our new house this weekend. They want to take a house tour to get some ideas.
Really? That's unusual. They're both so busy with their corporate jobs, I thought they rarely had a day off together. She's always saying how busy they are.
Apparently they're thinking of building a house too. They want to use our place as a reference.
That's great. I'd love for them to see our dream home.
I'd be happy to have them over too, but Sarah said some very hurtful things. She implied that as a stay-at-home mom, I don't have to worry about mortgage payments or anything.
What? That doesn't sound like Sarah. What exactly did she say?
She called my life pathetic and miserable. She said I'm at the bottom of the ladder because I'm a stay-at-home mom.
I'm sorry Sarah was rude to you, Emma. She's so in love with her high-powered career that she looks down on stay-at-home moms and part-time working moms. I've told her many times to stop that attitude. She just doesn't listen.
I know you've tried. It's just frustrating. She also asked me to prepare lunch for them when they visit. I'm dreading it because I'm sure she'll make some snide comments, but it would be rude to refuse, right? If it helps them with their house plan, I want to cooperate.
I see. All right, I've got an idea. I'll prepare all the food for lunch that day.
Really? Are you sure you want to do that?
Of course, it's my family that's coming to visit, so it's only natural that I'd want to entertain them. You don't need to do anything, Emma. That way Sarah can't say anything about you.
Thank you, James. You've instantly lifted my mood.
No problem. Though I have to admit, I'm a bit nervous about cooking for my sister and her husband for the first time. I'll do my best to make sure they enjoy it.
I'm sure you'll do great. Your cooking has improved so much lately.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. By the way, how are you feeling about the visit overall?
To be honest, I'm a bit anxious. I love our new home, but I'm worried Sarah will find something to criticize.
Try not to let it get to you. Remember, this is our dream home. We built it for us, not for anyone else's approval.
You're right. I'll try to focus on that. It's just hard sometimes when Sarah can be so intense.
I know, but we're in this together. If she says anything out of line, I'll be right there to back you up.
Thanks, James. I'm really glad you'll be there. Oh, I almost forgot to ask. What are you planning to cook?
I was thinking of doing a few of my signature dishes. Maybe my herb-crusted salmon, roasted vegetables, and that quinoa salad you love.
That sounds delicious. Sarah and Mark are in for a treat.
I hope so. I want to show them that just because we've chosen a different lifestyle doesn't mean we don't know how to live well.
Absolutely. Our choices are just as valid as theirs.
Exactly. Now I better get back to work. I'll pick up the ingredients on my way home tonight.
Sounds good. I'll make sure the dining room is all set up for Saturday.
Perfect. We've got this, Emma. Together.
Together. Thanks again, James. I love you.
I love you too. See you tonight.
Sarah, I can't believe what just happened. How could you do that? We prepared this meal especially for you two, and you didn't even take a single bite before throwing it away. And then you left without even apologizing. That's just cruel. Huh?
What's wrong with throwing away bad food? It's your fault for preparing such terrible food.
What did you say?
I could tell just by looking at it. You just transferred some cheap takeout onto plates, didn't you? How disrespectful.
Cheap takeout? That's not...
Both Mark and I are busy with our corporate jobs. We made time to come congratulate you and even brought you a gift. And this is how you're to pay us? It's insulting.
We were trying our best to entertain you. The lunch we prepared weren't cheap takeout. It was homemade with care.
Are you saying I'm mistaken? Don't insult my intelligence. I know you just kept a woman who eats well every day.
That's not... I prepare good meals every day. Cooking for my family is part of my job as a homemaker.
I can tell the difference between a good meal and cheap takeout just by looking. Why are you so desperate to deny it? Oh, I get it. You're always cut corners with ready-made meals, and now you're desperately trying to deny it because you're afraid my brother will find out because of me?
Please, just listen to me. Don't jump to conclusions. You didn't even taste the food before making these accusations.
I'm deeply disappointed that you're still trying to make an excuse. You really are the bottom of the bottom. I never want to see your face again.
What did you say? How can you be so cruel?
Even if you laze around all day, you're still supposedly a stay-at-home mom. I thought you'd at least be able to entertain guests properly. I'm never visiting this house again. I wish we hadn't come. To think we even brought a gift, only to be served cheap takeout. It's unbelievable.
I'm sorry the food wasn't up to your standards.
Huh?
Unlike the gourmet meals you're used to, I used cheap ingredients. I bought everything from the local supermarket. But you know what? The food you threw away was cooked by me. I'm sorry my home-cooked meal with cheap ingredients wasn't good enough for you.
What, James? You cooked? But why would you cook?
What's wrong with me cooking?
But this is the kind of thing should be prepared by the stay-at-home wife, Emma. That's her job, isn't it?
Being a stay-at-home mom doesn't make her a maid who does everything. My family was coming to visit, so of course I wanted to entertain you.
Well, I suppose that's true, but...
I really tried my best to cook. I'm sorry it looked and tasted like cheap takeout to you.
Well...
Oh, yeah, but you didn't even taste it, so you can't know about the taste. To throw it away and decide it was bad without even tasting it? Did my cooking really look that bad? I thought I applied everything I learned at culinary school.
Culinary school?
Oh, I guess I haven't told you yet. Actually, I quit my job last year, and I enrolled in culinary school this year.
What?
This meal was supposed to be the culmination of what I've learned so far. Looks like I still have a long way to go.
Wait a minute. Why are you attending culinary school? You were working for a big corporation. You were a director, an elite on the first track. You were living the life I aspired to.
It might have looked like smooth sailing from the outside, but I was struggling.
Huh?
I gradually lost interest in my job. The higher I climbed, the busier I got. My work was taken for granted, never praised, but any small mistake was harshly criticized. I had no time for hobbies or even for my wife. I'd reached my limit. I was sick of working as a corporate slave.
No way, but I looked you up as my elite big brother.
That's when Emma encouraged me. She said I could quit if I wanted to. She said she'd support both me and our lifestyle.
Support you? But a stay-at-home wife can't do anything.
Yes, she can. Thanks to Emma's daily efforts, we had more savings than I'd imagined. We probably have enough to live comfortably until retirement, even if neither of us worked.
That much?
Her daily economizing and smart investments have paid off. She's the best stay-at-home wife, perfect at housework and managing our finances. She even said she'd work if necessary. That's why I felt free to enroll in culinary school. Actually, I've wanted to be a chef since I was a kid.
I had no idea.
My culinary skills might still be lacking, but I tried my best to cook for my sister and her husband. I wanted you to enjoy it since you came to congratulate us. I wanted to share our happiness with you. I never imagined you'd throw it away without even tasting it.
That's,
Don't bother coming to visit us again. In fact, I don't want to see your faces anymore. Please don't contact us in the future.
Wait, brother, I didn't know any of this. I'm sorry for throwing away the food you worked so hard to prepare.
It's too late for apologies. The fact that you ruined my hospitality can't be changed. Don't contact us for a while. Goodbye.
James, please, can't we talk about this?
There's nothing more to say. You've made your feelings about our lifestyle very clear. Goodbye, Sarah.
Emma, are you there? I need to talk to you. It's urgent. Sarah? I thought James told you not to contact us. I know, but I really need your help. Please, just hear me out.
What's going on?
It's Mark. He's quit his job.
What? Mark quit his job? What happened?
I'm telling you, it's your fault. Mark suddenly quit his job because he was influenced by you and my brother.
Our influence? Did we do something wrong? The last time you were here, you didn't even eat and left quickly. I barely even spoke to Mark.
After that, Mark told me he wanted to quit his job too. Just like my brother, he said working for a big corporation was tough for him.
Oh, so Mark was struggling at work too, but I'm not surprised. The bigger the corporation, the harder you have to work. The more responsibility you have to take on. It must have been tough for him.
But, you know, while jobs at big corporations are busy and tough, they do pay well and have a good benefit. I keep on telling him that, but he insists on quitting. He says he has a path he really wants to pursue. He told me to support his dreams like you supported my brother's.
Oh, is that so? Is he planning to become a chef like James?
No, it's even worse. He wants to be a voice actor. He's always admired voice actors and wanted to enroll in a training program.
That's a nice dream too. I recently got into watching anime while I cook. The food scene in recent anime looks so delicious. It's a wonderful dream. I support him.
Don't support him so easily. What's gonna happen to our household if Mark quits his job? He was making $200,000 a year, and that's gonna become zero. It's impossible. But you're a high-powered career woman, aren't you? Won't you be fine? You alone make $100,000, and with your savings, you should be able to live comfortably. We don't have any savings. We've both been so focused on work that we've outsourced our housework and always ate out. Our monthly expenses are ridiculous. Wow, I envy you for being able to outsource your housework. We also go on overseas trips every year, so we really don't have any savings. And how am I supposed to suddenly drop, from a $300 lifestyle to a $100,000 one? It's impossible. Have you talked to Mark about your concerns? Of course I have. When I realized how tough it would be to live on a single income, I told him we can't, but he's even asking me to pay for all his voice acting school fees. I told him he should pay for it himself and got angry, and what did he say to that? Then he had the audacity to say that if he was married to you, you would have prepared the money for him. He said you would support his dreams and help him with all your might. He even said he should have married someone like you. My, I'm surprised he praised me like that, especially since he used to make fun of me along with you. That's not the point. What am I supposed to do now? We were proud elite professionals. That's my pride. Our life is falling apart and it's all your fault. Take responsibility. How exactly do you want us to take responsibility? I don't think we can do anything about our material problems. You could do a lot of things, like cooking our meals or cleaning our house. Excuse me? I'll be busy with work, and Mark will be busy with voice acting school, and from now on, we need to economize, so you should do our housework from now on. That way we can cut down on outsourcing costs. Home-cooked meals would be much cheaper than eating out. This is ridiculous. I don't understand why I should take responsibility, and I have no intentions of helping you. After I beg you like this, you won't help? With that arrogant attitude, I wouldn't call it begging. Even if you were on your knees pleading, I wouldn't help. After all the times you've insulted me, now you're asking for help when you're in trouble? That kind of shameless behavior is what I call the bottom of the bottom. I'm deeply disappointed that a high-powered career woman like you would choose to live like this. But what did you say? Besides, didn't you say you never wanted to see my face again? So solve your material problems yourself. Goodbye. Wait, Emma, please. I know I've said terrible things to you, but I'm really desperate here. Sarah, I understand you're in a difficult situation, but that doesn't excuse your behavior. You've constantly looked down on my choices and insulted my way of life. Now that you're facing challenges, you expect me to drop everything and help you? I know. I've been awful, but can't you find it in your heart to forgive me? We've known each other for so long. Forgiveness needs to be earned, Sarah. It's not something you can just demand because you're in trouble now. But what am I supposed to do? Our whole life is falling apart. Have you considered that maybe this is an opportunity for growth? Maybe it's time for you to learn some of the skills you've been looking down on all this time. What do you mean? Cooking, cleaning, budgeting, all the things you thought were beneath you. Maybe it's time you learned their value. But I don't know how to do any of that. That's why I need your help. And that's exactly why I won't help you. You need to learn these things for yourself. It's not my job to be your maid or your teacher. But Emma, please, I'm begging you. I'm sorry, Sarah, but my answer is still no. I think it's best if we don't communicate for a while. I hope you and Mark can work things out. Goodbye. Emma, wait! Don't go!
Hey, Emma, you won't believe who I ran into at the supermarket today.
Who?
Sarah.
Oh no, how did that go?
It was interesting. She looked completely different.
Different how?
Well, for one, she wasn't wearing her usual designer clothes. She was in sweats and looked pretty tired.
Wow, that doesn't sound like Sarah at all. Did you talk to her?
Briefly, she actually apologized for her behavior at our house.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah, she said she's been learning some hard lessons lately. Apparently, she's had to start doing all the housework herself since they can't afford to outsource it anymore.
I see. How's that going for her?
Not great from what I could tell. She said she never realized how much work it was to keep a house running. She even admitted that she has a new appreciation for what you do.
Well, that's something I never thought I'd hear.
Me neither. Oh, and get this, she asked me for cooking tips.
No way.
Yup. She said she's been trying to cook to save money, but it's been a disaster. She actually looked embarrassed when she asked.
I almost feel bad for her. Almost.
I know what you mean. I gave her a few basic tips, but I didn't want to get too involved.
That's probably for the best. How's Mark doing with his voice acting dream?
And apparently he's still pursuing it. Sarah said he's been taking classes and going to auditions, but hasn't landed anything yet.
I see. Well, I hope it works out for them.
Me too. You know, seeing Sarah like that really made me appreciate what we have even more.
What do you mean?
Just Our partnership, the way we support each other, the life we've built together. I'm really grateful for it all.
Aw, James, I feel the same way.
I love you, Emma. Thanks for always being there for me.
I love you too, James. We're a team, always.
Always. Now how about we cook dinner together? I'm thinking of trying out a new recipe I learned in class.
Sounds perfect. I'll set the table.
Sis, answer! I want to share this with you.
What is it? Did something happen?
The letter came from my first choice university.
Have you opened it yet?
No, I was waiting for you. I wanted to open it with you and let you know first.
That's so sweet of you, Tommy. How about you open it on 3?
1, 2, 3. I did it! I got in!
Congratulations, Tommy! Getting into your first choice university on your first try is incredible! I knew you could do it.
I can't believe it. All those nights studying actually paid off.
You worked so hard for this. Mom and Dad would be so proud.
Finally, I can live my dream of moving to New York. All that studying this past year was worth it. I need to start looking for an apartment right away.
Oh, about that. I've already looked into some options.
Really? You've been that confident in me?
Of course, but not for a single person, for a family unit. Actually, I'm planning to move to New York with you. We'll be living together.
What? Why would you do that?
I've been thinking about it for months. I just can't bear the thought of you moving there alone. Since our parents passed away when we were little, it's just been the two of us. And I want to stay close to support you. I'm going to transfer to a company there. I'll take care of all the housework like always, so you can focus on your studies.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't want to live with you again. Look, I'm 18 now, legally an adult. I can manage on my own. You don't need to come. Besides, what good would a high school dropout like you be anyway? You can't make it in New York. You're just an idiot.
Tommy, what are you saying?
You have no experience of college or job hunting. You'd just be a burden. There's absolutely no benefit to living with you. I need to make connections with successful people, not be tied down by someone who couldn't even finish high school.
You're right that I dropped out of high school and have no experience with job hunting. But that's because I've been raising you in place of our parents all this time. I dropped out of high school and worked all these years for you. You don't have to be so cruel about it.
What? Are you pissed off because I've been speaking the truth? I never asked you to do that. I could have gone into foster care.
Is that what you really think? After everything we've been through? I've been doing all of this for you because we're all the family we have left. Of course I'd be upset if you insulted me for that. I think I deserve more than that.
Well, yeah, I'm grateful for you for some things, but I want to make my own way in life from now on. I don't need anyone else. That's why I want to live on my own when I go to New York.
Oh, okay. If you really want that. I'm probably worrying too much anyway.
Yeah, give me a break. Maybe my sister. We've got to grow out of being such a clingy sister. Anyway, I'm going out with friends to celebrate, so I don't need any dinner tonight.
Sarah! I've been trying to reach you all day. How did Tommy's college acceptance go? He got in. Not only that, but he got into his first choice university. He'll be a college student in New York come spring. That's amazing! I remember when he was just a little kid, always saying he'd go to New York someday. I know. And now it's actually happening. He worked so hard studying on his own without any tutors or prep schools. You must be so proud. That's my little brother for you. Though, honestly, I wanted to get him a tutor, but you were already working 3 jobs just to keep up with the bills. Don't be so hard on yourself. Well, it worked out in the end. He did it all on his own. So I guess you'll be heading to New York too then. I'll miss you, but it can't be helped. Let's have dinner together before you leave. Actually, I'm not going to New York anymore. Tommy got angry and told me not to come. What? How's he gonna make it in the city without you? He said a high school dropout would just be a burden, and that an idiot like me has no place in New York. It was such a harsh truth that I couldn't even argue back. No way! That's terrible! I understand him wanting to live independently, but there's a way to say things. Who does he think is making it possible for him to go to college? You're paying for his entire tuition. He doesn't need to know about that. I want him to feel proud of his achievements. Sarah, you've been doing this since your parents died. Always protecting him, never letting him see the struggles. Well, I'm partially to blame for not being able to let go. Besides, I'm happy I get to stay close to you. I'm happy you're staying too, but something about this really bothers me. Tommy's been so ungrateful to you lately. Why is he being such a brat? He thinks he can walk all over you just because he went to high school and college and you didn't? You think so? After all you've done for him. Like during college applications, he acted all high and mighty, saying he could handle it himself without your help, but he totally failed to complete the process properly. Oh, right, I remember. I was too late to mail it in, so I had to fly there to submit it in person. That was quite a panicked weekend. You never even told him about that, did you? Or about selling your mom's jewelry to pay for the application fees? He doesn't need to know those details. What matters is that he succeeded. He relies on you for everything in his daily life, yet acts like he raised himself. It's infuriating. Remember when he got sick last winter? The pneumonia scare? That was terrifying. You stayed up for 3 days straight taking care of him, then went straight to work without sleeping. Any sister would do the same. No, Sarah, not every sister would sacrifice their own education, work multiple jobs, or put their whole life on hold for their sibling. You need to stop diminishing what you've done. Thanks for getting angry on my behalf. I feel a bit better now. Want to grab dinner tonight? Tommy said he's going out with friends to celebrate. Yes, let's have a ladies' night. Tommy's finally gotten into college and he'll be independent next spring. Let's celebrate your freedom from having to baby the brat. My treat this time, no arguments.
Hey sis, guess who's home? Your genius brother has something amazing to tell you.
Welcome back, Tommy. You seem excited.
I finally got a job offer. I'll be a working adult come spring.
Congratulations, Tommy. Getting an offer so early is impressive.
Well, I am a genius. I'm joining the ranks of the elite at a major corporation.
Wait, a major corporation? Haven't you told me about this? Which company?
Only one of the biggest names in America. The company that gave me an offer is super famous. I'll be working at one of America's top corporations. I'm in a different league from my high school dropout sister now. I'll be living in a luxury apartment as an elite employee. The gap between us will just keep growing.
Different league? It's just a workplace, don't exaggerate. No matter where you work or where you are, you're still my brother.
No. There's now an insurmountable wall between us. I'm going to make tons of money at this big company and live in a luxury apartment. I'll drive an expensive car too. You can't even imagine the world I'll be living in with your low education and poor lifestyle.
Tommy, I understand you're excited about the job offer, but enough with belittling your sister. Calling me poorly educated and impoverished is extremely rude.
But it's all true, isn't it? You're a high school dropout, and that's why you're poor. The very definition of a loser's life. Look at your tiny apartment and cheap clothes.
What did you just say?
Remember when my friends came over last month? They were shocked at how small this place is. One of them actually asked if we were in poverty.
Those friends of yours, the ones with family businesses waiting for them?
Exactly. They're going places in life. I'll never end up a loser like you. I graduated from a good university. I'll work at a good company. I'm going to enjoy the ideal successful life.
Dare you mock my life as that of a loser? Who do you think I've been living so desperately for?
Of course I'm grateful to you. I wouldn't be where I am without your efforts. But you know what? I don't need you anymore. You're useless now.
I'm useless?
Yeah, thanks for everything. Thanks to you, I can live an elite corporate life. But having a dropout sister is embarrassing, so I want you to disappear. Don't bother me.
That company you're talking about, it went bankrupt.
What?
You've been so excited about getting an offer from a major corporation, but you need to wake up from your delusion. The company that gave you an offer is just a subsidiary of that corporation. And just yesterday, that subsidiary went bankrupt.
What? My offer is from a subsidiary? That's impossible. Someone with my education wouldn't mistake some bottom-tier company for the real thing. I did my research.
Did you? Then check the company's address carefully. It might have the prestigious parent company's name, but the address is completely different from the headquarters.
Let me look. This can't be right. What the hell? When I look it up on Google Maps, it shows a small factory.
That's the company that gave you the offer, though it just went bankrupt yesterday.
What? Why? Why didn't I get an offer from there? I thought I got an offer from the major corporation. I never interviewed at a place like that. The building where I had my interview was so fancy.
The interview was near the headquarters, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. I made it to the test and interview on time and did great. I even texted you about it.
You said the test went well and sent me a photo of the commemorative pen they gave you.
Oh, right. I did get something like that. It had the company logo and everything.
But the company name on that pen bothered me, so I looked into it.
Huh? What about the company name?
And I found photos of the same small factory. Looking further, I learned that on that day, both the parent company and its subsidiaries were conducting recruitment at the same venue. I wonder if you accidentally took the subsidiary test instead.
Oh, wait. There must be some mistake.
You know, I heard major corporations have really long hiring processes, with up to 6 rounds of interviews before making an offer. But you got an offer after just 1 test and interview. Doesn't that seem odd?
This can't be true. How could I make such a basic mistake? I'm supposed to be the smart one.
That's why I was so surprised when you said you'd be working at a major corporation. I thought you'd be working at the factory, but then yesterday I saw news about the factory going bankrupt. I was worried about your plans, but I guess that's the least of our concerns now.
Why didn't you tell me? That I went to the wrong test. Why didn't you tell me right away?
What?
This is your fault. Until just now, I thought I had an offer from a major corporation. I was feeling on top of the world, and you ruined everything. This wouldn't have happened if you had just warned me. Now I have to start job hunting all over again. This is ridiculous.
Don't you dare blame me. How was I supposed to know you'd make such a mistake? Besides, this is something you should have noticed yourself. You have only yourself to blame.
I'm not normal. I was an unfortunate child without parents raised by my sister. I'm not normal. You should have been watching out for me. You should have noticed. I'm supposed to become an elite.
Excuse me?
It's your fault I didn't notice, because you didn't raise me properly. That's why I made such a basic mistake. If you had been a better guardian...
A better guardian? I gave up everything for you. And you're the one who said that you didn't need me around because you were already an adult. You said that I was useless.
Shut up! I did nothing wrong. Besides, it's your fault I even have to job hunt in the first place. None of my friends are job hunting.
Really?
All my friends have jobs lined up by their parents. My doctor friend will work at his family's hospital. Another is taking over his family's business. I was the only one job hunting. Do you know how humiliating that was?
Seems you've made quite wealthy friends.
Don't say it like that. It's your fault my job hunt failed. If you're going to act like a parent, you should have prepared a job for me too. As my guardian, you should have arranged for me to become an elite.
That's enough, you idiot. Stop it. You pushed Sarah away yourself, and now you're trying to blame her for what you brought on yourself. How long are you going to depend on her to carry you and tend to every little thing you do? You're just being spoiled. Grow up.
You can't talk to me like that. Who even are you? You're not my sister.
Remember me? I'm Michelle, your sister's best friend. I used to play with you when you were little. I used to bring you candy and help you with your homework.
Michelle, of course I remember you. But why are you butting in suddenly? This has nothing to do with you. I'm trying to talk to my sister.
It has everything to do with me. I've been watching Sarah all this time. I've been supporting her, cheering her on as she tried so hard to be your guardian. Do you know how many nights she cried, worried if she was doing enough for you? You don't know how much she's given up for you. All the things she wanted, the dreams she had, everything, just to make you happy. And this is how you repay her.
She cried?
And now this? I'm sad and frustrated. You don't even know how much she sacrificed for you. As Sarah's best friend, I can't watch this injustice anymore. Do you know what she did when you got sick last winter?
What do you mean?
She sold her laptop to pay for your medicine. She's been doing all her work on her old phone ever since.
Shut up! Outsiders should just stay out of this. Besides, if she sacrificed herself, that was her choice. I never asked for that. I never told her to do anything like that.
You're right. Just as it was her choice to take the hard road, it was your choice to push her away. Whether you mistakenly got an offer from a small company or it went bankrupt due to poor management, that's the path you chose. It has nothing to do with Sarah. If you have a problem, take it up with yourself.
Well...
And watching this exchange, there's one thing I absolutely need to say.
What?
Don't blame your upbringing, you idiot. If anything, you're more privileged than most college students. Sarah's paying all of your college expenses, isn't she? Not just that, but your rent, utilities, everything for your life in New York, she's paying for all of it, isn't she? You haven't felt the need to get a part-time job while you were at college because she was providing more than enough for you.
So what? That's what a guardian should do. That's normal.
No, it's not, you idiot! I have both my parents, and they both work normal jobs. They let me go to college and gave me freedom when I told them I wanted to move out of this small town, but they only paid half my tuition. I had to work part-time for the other half. For my life in New York, I had to take out student loans.
What? You took out loans? How stingy are your parents?
They're not stingy. That's normal. 1 in 2 college students take out loans and makes the rent using that money and the money they make from part-time jobs. Most students work part-time jobs. Most students share apartments with roommates to save money.
Really?
You have your own apartment, a monthly allowance, and no student debt. Do you know what Sarah does to afford that?
I never asked.
She works 3 jobs. 3! She's a shop manager during the day, does bookkeeping in the evenings, and writes content on weekends. She hasn't taken a vacation in years.
I didn't know.
Everyone's situation is different, but you should realize how fortunate you are to have all your expenses covered. Learn to appreciate how privileged you are.
Even if you say that, none of my friends took out loans.
You mean your doctor and business owner friends? If you can only judge based on such a narrow world, even if you had taken the real corporate headquarters test, you would have failed. There's no merit in hiring such an idiot.
What did you say?
Your sister Sarah is truly amazing. Don't you dare come near my precious best friend again. If you come back home, I'll chase you away with a metal baseball bat. I'll press you flat in the factory's metal press.
What?
I'm sorry, Tommy. Michelle gets a bit extreme when she's worked up.
Was Michelle always this scary?
Actually, we've been drinking since lunch today. That's probably why she's being so aggressive. We were celebrating my birthday with champagne she bought for me.
Oh, today is your birthday?
Yes, I'm 37 today. Time flew by while I was desperately working to raise you and keep you happy, and now I'm almost 40. But you completely forgot my birthday. Maybe we really aren't family anymore. Not if you don't care about celebrating my birthday with me.
What are you saying?
Do you remember what today used to mean to us? Every year after Mom and Dad died, we'd go to that little cake shop near the station. You'd always insist on buying the cake yourself at your allowance money.
I remember.
The owner would give you extra strawberries because you were so polite. You'd always say, "These are for my sister. It's her special day." That feels like such a long time ago. It really was years and years ago. I don't even remember the last time you said happy birthday to me. Hey, Tommy, we should probably separate completely and get on with life without each other. Let's each live by our own strength from now on.
What's that supposed to mean? You're not saying you're cutting ties with me, right? I mean, I'm your only family.
And that only family can't keep depending on me forever. Family is supposed to support each other.
That's...
Tommy, remember what you said when you moved to New York? That you'd pave your own way? Well, live up to those words. Try making it on your own. Goodbye, Tommy. Please consider me gone from your life.
Wait! Don't go! I need to say more! I'm sorry for saying all those horrible things. I'll apologize, so please don't go! Don't say such lonely things.
Lonely? I'm not lonely. I have Michelle, my coworkers, my life that I built while taking care of you.
Please! Are you really planning to cut ties with me? I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. Please, can't you at least answer my messages? Sis, please help me. I'm in serious trouble. I'm really desperate. I managed to graduate college, but my life is over.
What do you mean your life is over? I usually ignore your messages, but this is actually pretty worrying.
I knew it. You wouldn't abandon me when I'm really in trouble. You'll come help me, right? You always help me when things get really bad.
I didn't say I'd help. First, tell me what's going on. What's this about your life being over? Don't say something like that.
Well, after that, I failed at job hunting. I graduated college, but I've just been working part-time jobs. Convenience stores, restaurants, anything I could get.
I heard about that through the grapevine. It must be tough, but I heard you were managing.
Only for the first month, but gradually I started feeling pathetic. My friends are working as doctors and future CEOs, while I'm just a part-timer. The same friends who used to admire me in college now barely return my calls.
And?
Wanting to escape that life, I got involved in a certain job.
What kind of job?
They said they'd pay me $100,000 for one job. Just one night's work, they said.
That sounds like something illegal. Did you do it?
I got scared and backed out at the last minute. When I saw what they wanted me to do, I couldn't go through with it.
Thank goodness. You managed to stop yourself.
But it's not good at all. I borrowed money from those people, and then I ran away. Now scary people are after me. If they catch me, they'll beat me up. Maybe worse.
Why did you borrow money from people like that? Even if you were struggling, there are legitimate loan companies.
I'm blacklisted and couldn't borrow from them anymore. I got into revolving credit card debt, and it piled up until I couldn't make the payments. The interest just kept growing.
You're kidding. How did you get involved in all this? This isn't like you, Tommy.
I couldn't help it. I'm still friends with my college buddies, but I can't show up just wearing a t-shirt when everyone else is in nice suits. I want to hang out looking sharp like them. I had to do it so that they hang out with me.
So you got into revolving debt for such pointless vanity, and then turned to shady jobs.
You don't understand how it feels. Every time we meet up, they're talking about their new cars, their luxury apartments, their vacation places.
And you couldn't just be honest about your situation? Tell them you're working hard and starting from the bottom?
They'd look down on me. Just like I look down on you. Please, help me. For now, I just want to pay back what I borrowed from the scary people. Then they'll stop chasing me. Please lend me $40,000.
I can't. I can't lend you anything anymore. Sorry, but you'll have to figure this out yourself.
But this is different. These aren't normal debt collectors. They're dangerous people. They know where I live.
Then go to the police.
The police? But I have to tell them everything.
Yes, everything. Take responsibility for your choices.
But
this is the path you chose, right? Then find your way forward with your own strength. Goodbye, Tommy. I hope someday we can meet again when you've become a proper person.
Wait, please. Just one more chance. I'll change, I promise.
You know, Tommy, I always wondered if I did the right thing raising you alone. Maybe if you'd gone to a proper family with 2 parents and a stable home.
No, don't say that. You were the best sister anyone could ask for.
But I couldn't teach you the most important thing. How to be a responsible adult. That's my failure as your guardian.
It's not your failure, it's mine. Please, just help me this one last time.
Sometimes helping means letting go. Goodbye, Tommy. After that, it seems Tommy got scared and turned himself into the police asking for help. While it was good that he backed out of the shady job at the last minute, he had apparently already been involved in some illegal activities and was arrested on the spot. In place of me, who cut ties with him, my best friend Michelle visits Tommy regularly in prison, and she laughs, saying, "He was crying and apologizing about you, but it's too late now." According to her, he's finally starting to understand the value of honest work, taking classes and counseling in prison. Tommy sends me letters sometimes, but I haven't opened them yet. Maybe someday, when he's truly learned to stand on his own feet. We can be a family again. But for now, this distance is what we both need to grow. I'm truly grateful to Michelle, who has always been there to support and cheer me on throughout everything. She says I've started smiling more lately. Maybe she's right. It feels like a weight has been lifted, knowing I did everything I could as a sister. When I visit our parents' grave now, I can tell them with confidence, I raised him the best I could. The rest is up to him.